Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is HAZRAMI. 14/18/2003. Today we will talk about for potential versus kinetic energy. Firstly, objective to study about the principle of the potential energy and kinetic energy. Number two, theory. The mechanical energy is equal to the work done on the body in altering either its position or its velocity. They type of three type of the mechanical energy. There is potential energy, strain energy, and kinetic energy. The unit of energy is Nm or joule. The symbol is J. Potential energy is the energy processed by a body for doing work by direction of the position. Potential energy P dot E equal mgh, where m is the mass of the mass of body, g for gravity of the acceleration, 9.81 m over s square. For h is distance height through which the body fall. Kinetic energy, it is energy processed by a body for doing work. Kinetic energy K dot E equal 1.2 1 over 2 mv square, where m for mass of the body, v for velocity. And number three is equipment. The first equipment, we have potential energy and kinetic energy. Kit, the function is it can change from one to other, use delta flying wheels. And number two is ruler. The function is device which is used to measure of the different object. And number three is stopwatch. The function is hand wheel frame place degenerate to measure the amount of the time that elapses between its activation and deactivation. And number four is week. The set allow them to be placed on weight hanger, which a lightweight platform attached to a trim with a hook at the top and can increase or decrease. And number five is hanger. The function is used to hook the set weight. Number four is producer. Step one is hang the hanger with a wick on potential energy and kinetic energy. Number two, set the height of the hanger equal to 0.51 m from the table surface. And number three, release the hanger and the same time start the stopwatch, and then stop the stopwatch when the wick reaches the surface of the table. And number four, repeat step 2 and 3 with a different wick.
Okay, my name is MUHIBBULLAH bin Muhammad Shukri, and my metric number is 14-18F1035. Okay, this is number 5. We have two tables here, so I will explain one by one. Okay, in table 1 out here we have mass, time, and velocity. Mass and time for time 1, time 2, and time 3 was given to us, so we use that for calculation. Okay, first mass we got is in gram: 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250. And all of that mass from gram we change to kilogram, or we convert gram to kilogram by divided by 100 and 1000. I'm sorry. So 50 divided by 1000, and all of this divided by 1000, we got all the mass from gram to kilogram. Okay, the time was given, so we use that to find to do a calculation to get a time average. So the time average, the answer we get because we use plus one, time 1 plus time 2 plus time 3, and all the answer we divided by 3 because this is time average. The average mean is we must plus all that, and we divide it by 3 because they have 3 time. So we got the answer for every time. So first is 12.22, second is 6.74, third is 5.15, fourth is 4.14, fifth is 3.76. Okay, the velocity is halaju in bahasa Melayu. So they gave us the formula. V is velocity equal to U is initial velocity plus A is gravitational acceleration, and T is time. So the U that we can see here is initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay, and the gravitational acceleration is equal to 9.81 like we used to know. And the velocity, yes, we must find the velocity first. Okay, 0 is for, like we see here, U, and yes, initial velocity is 0, that we, the information that we accept. So 0, all the things start with 0 and plus, and after plus we must do the A divided by T. So 9.81 divided by the time, every column that we got from the calculation. Okay, for the first velocity is 0 plus bracket 9.81 divided multiply to 12.22, and the answer is 119.88. Okay, the second one is 0 plus in bracket 9.81 multiply to 6.74, and the answer is 66.12. Okay, the third one is 0 plus bracket 9.81 multiply by 5.15, and the answer is 50.52. And the first one, 0 plus bracket 9.81 multiply by 4.19, and the answer is 41.10. And the last one is 0 plus bracket 9.81 multiply by 3.76 equal to 36.89. Okay, all the table 1 I just explained to you guys, so I hope you guys understand, and we will continue to table 2. Okay, this is table 2 that we have here. So first we have 2 bracket of table. First, and the left is potential energy, and the right one is kinetic energy. So the table is shown to us to find the potential energy and to find the kinetic energy. Okay, we look at potential energy first. Okay, the first and the first information we get is 0.05 multiple with 9.81 multiple to 0.5 is equal to 0.25, and number 2 is 0.1 multiply to 9.81 and multiply to 0.51 is equal to 0.50. And the third one is 0.15 multiply to 9.81 and multiply to 0.51, and we get 0.75. And the first one is 0.2 multiply to multiplied to 9.81 multiple 0.5, and we get 1.00. And the last one is 0.25 multiple to 9.81 and multiply to 0.51, and we got the 1.25. Okay, for the kinetic energy, we used to see there is we have the calculation and the answer, like the potential one. So the first or the top of the kinetic energy is half multiplied to 0.05 multiplied with 119.88 square, and the answer is 359.28. and the second one is half multiplied to 0.1 and multiplied to 66.12 square equal to 218.59. and the third one is half multiplied to 0.15 multiplied to 50 to 0.52 square equal to 191.42. and the fourth one is half multiplied to 0.2 multiplied to 41.10 square is equal to 188.92. and the last one is half multiple to 0.25 and multiple to 36.89 square equal to 170.11. Thank you.
Okay, number 6 is calculation. Okay, one Roman is PE versus KE. PE is potential energy versus KE is kinetic energy. Okay, the point is potential energy is the stone within an object, while kinetic energy is the energy that is in motion. Okay, number 2 Roman is mass versus time. Okay, the point is the more mass you consume on the shorter amount of time, the more massive you get over time, assuming energy output remain the same. Okay, number 7 is discussion. Potential energy is defined as mass time gravity time height. When we will increase the mass and height, potential energy increase. Kinetic energy is defined as 1/2 time mass time velocity square. The more we increase the ramp height, we increase the speed, therefore increasing kinetic energy. However, our potential energy did not equal the kinetic energy. We figured that it was due to the force of friction from the ruler. Okay, number 8 is conclusion. The objective of the lab was to see how the law of conservation of energy was true and that energy is never created or destroyed. It can only transform into a different form. In this lab, I saw that potential and kinetic energy were constant. As potential energy increase or decrease, kinetic energy increase or decrease oppositely and correspondingly to potential energy. This can also be reversed. This is because the potential and kinetic energy are being converted from one to another.